Yo, what up world? Thank you guys for watching. I want to show you guys how I shot a video for this ice cream glove.
And that popped in the air foul. Here comes Gonzalez, here comes Kershaw, there's Ellis. And Ellis with an ice cream cone makes the catch.
Start off, this video took a couple of days to shoot. I did shoot another video at a park. That was a one-day shoot, and I'll show you guys that in another video. So yeah, I shot this video a bit in chronological order. So the first scene is in my living room. Just had to break it down into two parts, which was shooting from behind and then shooting in front. As you guys can see in the video playing right now, I just set up the camera behind me. I moved one of our seats so that way I was sitting in front of the TV, and then I'm just kind of scrambling around to make sure that certain scenes or everything was kind of in focus. The idea was to have the ice cream in my hand and then the glove in my other hand, but then of course you can't see the glove in my other hand over the shoulder. Again, as you can see too, the TV is not on. There's a huge bright light, and that is from the light that I had just kind of lighting the entire scene. I did use real ice cream in this scene. That's the only time I used real ice cream in the entire video, and I really only wanted to get it to get that drip that you see in the very beginning of the clip that falls on beat. Yeah, I noticed as I was shooting, this was in December, so it was around Christmas time. You can see the stockings on our mantle in front of our fireplace that was in there, and I was like, shoot, this is not gonna work, like continuity wise. Like I don't want to have anything Christmas on it. I had to make sure that I took those down. Once I got that scene, flipped it around to get the front of me, I guess you could say, the frontal shot. So I set up the light, set up the camera, and then I had to move things around. So you can see in this second angle, I had to do two scoops of ice cream, of real ice cream. And because the first scoop from the back shot had completely melted, the second scoop, as you can see in my hand, it was starting to melt pretty bad. And when I wanted to set up a new shot, I tried to like just put the cone down, and then it was just like, it was a mess. I already knew from the get-go I needed to use fake ice cream, and which I used fake ice cream in the entire rest of the video. But yeah, this is the only time that I used real ice cream. For anybody that's wondering, the camera I have is a Sony a6400, and I used a 16mm lens. So I'll do a separate video on how I edited the video, but yeah, that's what I used to shoot. The lighting setup I used, I'll post it up on the video here. It's Noir lights, and I got those off of Amazon. Yeah, I used my other lens, which is a 18-105. So the close-up shots of the ice cream in my hand and the close-up of the glove itself with the baseball, I used, I think I went to like 50mm just to kind of get a good zoom in. So that was day one. Day two, I shot this semi out of order in a sense, or most of it's chronological, but I knew from the get-go I needed to shoot the glove itself floating. So what I did is I just set up white paper in my room as the backdrop, and then I only had two Noir lights to use. So I needed a fill light on the opposite side of the glove, just because it was getting kind of dark from casting a shadow from the one light in the front. And you can see I used my desktop ring light to get as close as I could to use as a fill light. I used a white poster board on the bottom to fill in light from the bottom that was reflected from the light shooting on the top. The good thing was that I was so zoomed in, you can't see where the camera is, but it was on the other side of my bed, and I had it zoomed in quite a bit. I want to say I was in about 70 or 80mm. It was just zoomed in enough just so that the glove was in focus and in frame, so I could get as close with the ring light and not be in frame. So yeah, so you can see from this shot what I used for the glove, and then you can see I tried to fill in with the poster board to bring it at the bottom. I think the hardest thing about this, you can kind of see with my hand, is trying to make sure that the string is taut enough that when I spun the glove around, I didn't want the glove to shake back and forth, because I knew that when I was going to be masking out the glove itself, I didn't want to have too much going around. but you'll see in the editing video, I had to mask like every single frame anyways, just to make it look good. So that was day 2. Day 3, I finally got to making the fake ice cream. So in order to make fake ice cream, you guys need to use frosting. So the main one that I used was a whipped vanilla frosting, and then I used an entire box of powdered sugar. So that's all you do is just mix the 2 of those together. It took me a couple hours, I want to say a good 2 hours, just to get it a good consistency of what I wanted it to be. If you look from it afar, I want to say the ice cream itself, when it was just like a big clump, looks like mashed potatoes. I didn't get the correct consistency to get enough bark or breakage in the ice cream itself, but what I did was I kind of just scraped, once I scooped the ice cream out, then I used my scooper to kind of scrape along the ice cream itself to create that bark, making it look more realistic. And then I just poured the ice cream on, or the sprinkles on it, and then I had to hand place some of the other ones where the sprinkles weren't sticking. I created 4 ice cream scoops with sprinkles, and that's what I used in the second shot with the ice cream on the pastel colors kind of like popping all over the place. It's the same 4 ice creams that just gets repeated. So again, when I do an editing video, you guys will see that and how I did that. So that was day 3. And then day 4, everything's so blown out, I didn't realize that from the GoPro and with all the lights, but I tried to use real ice cream again to get a good scoop. I never used this scene, but it didn't work out. That's why I didn't use it. Then I moved on to the ice cream cone itself. I need to isolate it. So I put the poster board up as like an infinity background, put it onto this rotating display that I have. Yeah, just shot it at 120 frames per second just to slow-mo or speed ramp in case I need to do that. Just had it spin on the display, used a sheet of white paper just to kind of give it a little bit of fill on the bottom, but at the same time to hide away the display, because the display itself has like a little mirror on the top. And then day 4, started using the sprinkles. Yeah, so a little bit out of order, did the logos for both Athlete's Brand and Lazer Pro in sprinkles. Looked at the logos that are on the glove itself, just kind of copied that and just created it as best as I could. I reused the sprinkles, as you can see in this one clip I'll have, where after I'm done with everything, I literally just took a couple pictures of it, and then I folded up the poster board and just poured it all in my hand and put it back into the little canister for the sprinkles itself. Right after that, I set up one of the poster boards to put the ice cream itself, the display, just had it rotate, and then I poured sprinkles onto the ice cream itself. Essentially did the same exact thing to the glove, just put the orange poster board instead. Shot at 120 frames per second. I don't remember, sorry, off the top of my head, what I shot for the shutter speed, but that's what makes it kind of look, yeah, it looks more like animation. That's what I was trying to go for. So that was day 4. Oh yeah, and then the same day that I poured the sprinkles on the glove was the same day that I was shooting everything with the glove. So again, different backgrounds, the different poster paper, just kind of showing the different logos and everything, showing the sprinkles, you know, kind of spread out all over it. And then day 5, what I did was I shot in our dining room, which has this nice red wall that I wanted to use as our background. And what I did was then just took out like all the baseballs that I had. The baseballs, by the way, are blank Baden baseballs. So a lot of people use them for like autograph because they don't have any labels on them. So they're really nice, great for photography or videography shoots, just if you don't want to have baseballs with logos on them. Then I also commissioned my cousin to paint ice cream designs onto the show shield guards that I have, and so it's very subtle. It only comes out into the one clip at the very end, and they're in the background. And yeah, then I just poured sprinkles all over the place. Yeah, all I did was just set up one light. Yeah, originally I was trying to use just my tripod and then have it digitally zoom in, or try to zoom in by hand, but it didn't come out well. So then what I did was I actually handheld it. I just slowly moved in towards the display itself to get the ice cream. So yeah, if you guys like this video, let me know in the comment section below. I'm gonna try and do more behind the scenes. Sorry if this one seems kind of like all over the place and like how I explained it, but yeah, essentially, long story short, it was a 5-day shoot, not 5 24-hour days, but just 5 days of me in like 2-3 hours in a day, kind of just shooting in my room and then just kind of editing at the same time. So, or I would shoot the clip, put it into the editor, and then see what I needed to do next. And yeah, I just kind of went from there. It was like a different way of editing a video that I've ever done. So thank you guys for watching. If you guys have any questions or if you guys want to see anything else, let me know in the comment section below. I will see you guys later. Appreciate you. Peace and love. Stay safe. And I will see you guys soon. All right. Thanks again for watching. All right. Peace.